98% of people say they procrastinate, but only 3% admit they're actually doing it right now. While watching this video, in the next 10 minutes, you'll know exactly how to spot a chronic procrastinator, including the one in your bathroom mirror. According to Dr. Joseph Ferrari, yes, that's a real psychologist named Ferrari, the third trait is the one you'll never see coming because you'll put off looking for it. Let's talk about procrastination, the habit that's so universal, people have been putting off solving it since, well, the dawn of deadlines. If you're watching this instead of working, congratulations, you're in the procrastination Olympics. And right now you're winning gold, in avoidance. Don't worry, you're not alone unless everyone else is just running late, which kind of proves my point. We all know that feeling. The big project looms, and suddenly, cleaning your sock drawer is a matter of national security. You convince yourself you'll start right after one more snack, then you find yourself deep in a YouTube hole called Squirrels Using Tiny Tools. Relatable? Good, because today I'm breaking down the weird, surprising, and slightly embarrassing traits all procrastinators share, according to actual psychology. And yes, I'll be timing you on how fast you pause this video. Trait number 1, the last-minute Picasso. You ever notice how procrastinators insist they're more creative under pressure? I do my best work at 2 a.m. with a rapidly cooling cup of coffee and the existential threat of failure. The reality, this is just adrenaline panic washing your brain into thinking panic is productivity. Psychologists call this the arousal procrastination style, which sounds way more fun than it is. The punchline? Your brain's like, look at this masterpiece. But your teacher's looking at it like, did you draw this with your non-dominant hand, blindfolded? Example, you start your essay at midnight. By 2 a.m., you're citing Wikipedia, urban legends, and that one thing your uncle said about the moon landing. Masterpiece. But here's where it gets weird. Trait number 2, the planning overlord procrastinators actually spend a weird amount of time planning, color-coded schedules, sticky notes, apps for their apps. This is called productive procrastination. You're working hard, just on the wrong thing. In psychology, we call this structured procrastination. You avoid the important task by doing all the other less important, but more fun tasks. The real punchline? You've got a to-do list so long, finishing it would require time travel. Example, you organize your desktop folders for 45 minutes, then realize you haven't opened the project file once. But hey, at least now you have a folder called Definitely Not Procrastinating, and you'd think that's the craziest part. But oh no. Trait number 3, the over-optimizer. Procrastinators love researching the perfect way to do something. Hours on YouTube, best morning routines, days reading, top 10 productivity hacks that changed my life. It's called analysis paralysis. Too many options, not enough action. Psychologists say this is a textbook case of cognitive overload. The truth? You spend 3 hours choosing the best pen and 0 minutes actually writing anything down. Example, you spend longer picking the perfect motivational playlist than actually working on the thing you needed to do. You end up with a playlist called Songs to Make Me Finally Start My Taxes. If this is already blowing your mind, I actually put together a full guide that breaks down all of these patterns step by step. It's in the description if you want to go way deeper on this. Now this one is going to personally attack about 90% of you watching this. Trait number 4, the master of excuses. Procrastinators are basically improv comedians. I can't start. Mercury's in retrograde. I work better when I'm a little bit stressed, or a lot stressed, or tomorrow. Psychology labels this self-handicapping. You make excuses to protect your ego from the pain of possible failure. The punchline, your brain's building an airbag, but it's just full of hot air. Example, you told yourself you couldn't possibly start until you bought that new pencil. Now you have 12 pencils and still no progress, unless you count pencil shopping as progress. Okay, but the next one is the one nobody talks about. Trait number 5, the time traveler. Procrastinators are experts at time distortion. You think, I'll just check my phone for 5 minutes. Next thing you know, it's 3 hours and you've learned everything about axolotls but nothing about your actual task. Psychologists call this temporal discounting. We discount future consequences in favor of present comfort. Basically, your brain's like, future me will handle it. Future you is filing a restraining order. Example, that moment when you're like, okay, I'll start after lunch, but lunch turns into dinner, which turns into, is it too late to become a goat farmer in the Alps? And you'd think that's the peak. But wait, trait number 6, the Perfectionist Paradox. A lot of procrastinators are secret perfectionists. You don't start because you can't do it perfectly, or you redo things endlessly. Psychologists call this maladaptive perfectionism. The joke? You'd rather do nothing than risk doing something wrong. It's like refusing to play chess because you might not become a grandmaster on your first try. Example: you rewrite the same opening sentence 400 times until it sounds like a ransom note, then quit because the universe just isn't ready for my ideas. But here's the final twist, the one Dr. Ferrari says is almost impossible to fake. Trait number 7, the secret self-critic. Procrastinators tend to beat themselves up more than anyone else. Underneath the memes and the jokes, there's a little voice saying, "Why can't you just get it together?" In psychology, it's called internalized self-blame. The irony: you procrastinate to avoid discomfort, but then you turn that discomfort into an Olympic event. Just you, alone, with a gold medal in guilt. Example: you finish that project 2 hours late, then spend the rest of the week analyzing every life decision that led you here. Spoiler, it started with watching a video about procrastination. So why do we do this? Let's connect the dots. And yes, I'll keep this short so you don't put it off. Procrastination isn't laziness. It's actually an emotional regulation problem. Your brain is like that friend who says, "Let's just have one drink," and then wakes up in another city. You avoid the task not because you're lazy, but because your brain wants to dodge feelings, anxiety, fear of failure, even just plain old boredom. It's cognitive dissonance city. You want to be productive, but you also want to be comfortable, and your comfort always finds a way to win the election. It's projection too. We tell ourselves everyone else is just as bad, so it must be normal. Meanwhile, there's always one person in the group who finished their taxes in January and thinks you're the weird one. It's the Dunning-Kruger effect in reverse. Procrastinators often know exactly how bad they are at getting things done, and that just makes them procrastinate more. It's a psychological Ouroboros. You delay because you feel unmotivated, then you feel bad for delaying, which makes you less motivated, so you delay more. Next thing you know, you're learning about axolotls again. So what can you do? Well, if you want the full cheat code for reading people, including yourself, I put together a complete guide that breaks down every pattern, every avoidance trick, every psychological loophole we talked about today, plus a ton more. It's called the Human Behavior Code, and yeah, it's all in the description below. Less manipulation, more opportunity, money, and better relationships. And even if you just want to keep putting things off by watching free psychology breakdowns, hit subscribe. I drop new ones every week. And if you think this was wild, wait until you see what happens when people start detecting manipulation in real time. There's a whole world of weird human behavior we haven't even scratched. Which of these personally attacked you the most? Let me know below.